So the hatch was something of a load of garbage.
Pretty safe to say that the hatch event kinda sucked.
Hatch surpassed the dislike total not even 24 hours after release.
Coming from over 100,000 dislikes.
Hashtag boycott the hatch was an instant hit.
No, that can be accessed through the Earth biome in Roblox's current event.
Out of 1,000 that got invited, over 60% of them backed out.
Hello and welcome back to the Ranking Series. I'm your host, NateDog2020, where I'll be bringing things for eternity. And I know it's been a while, I'm sorry, I procrastinated too much. On today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the hatch, the games involved, and giving my objective criticism. The hatch is the most recent event and probably the worst event I've ever actually played in Roblox history. I played every single egg hunt up to this point, and ever since they canceled it and brought it back, this is probably the worst iteration by far. Not only was it broken, filled with brain rot, AI slop, but I actually wanted to leave the game at so many points in time because it was near impossible to complete if you had a life outside of Roblox. By the way, here's a timestamp in case you don't want to listen to me yap a bunch, just so you can get right into the rankings. So I'm not going to go too deep into the egg hunt history, but if you want a good explanation, then I would recommend checking out my previous video linked down in the description below. But to summarize it, you would have to go out in previous things to hunt in a world to find eggs you can wear, before they would later then make it so you have to go into different developer games, to then hunt after doing a certain event quest, to then get an egg. The hatch has a bit of a different system though when it comes to collecting eggs. Yes, you still have to go into different developer games to collect the egg, but to do that, it would be a randomized egg, either a common, primal, or a mythical. The hatch was so bad, I just keep getting Grow a Garden images and not even the hatch images. Now, this was already a very bad idea because of the limited games. If you ran out of games to play in the thing, you would just be screwed and you would have to be begging people to trade for you like the E-Kitten on Discord begging for Nitro. There was 10 different biomes where per biome you'd have to collect 10 different eggs, which means over 100 eggs you have to collect. So if you had the luckiest luck in the world, you have to play over 100 games. On top of that, then you would have 10 other eggs you would unlock, which you cannot even wear. So this really hurts my egghead brother in Roblox, and I want a written apology letter in my mailbox by 9 p.m. tomorrow, or I'm going to be crying my little head out on my pillow and get wooly sad. Those 10 eggs would then unlock you 10 random accessories that were egg related. There's also 3 admin eggs, 3 super eggs, and then 1 final egg, which I will be discussing more at the end of the video. The hatch had more of a gambling type of system where you had to basically get lucky with what you had, or you're going to be merging eggs until you faint. And that was pretty much collecting eggs for the hatch. For a more in-depth look, again, I'll explain more at the end, but first, let's get into tier list. Now, I have to do a tier list this time because there's so many games, and most of them are so boring as you would just go into the lobby and the egg would be right there, so I actually feasibly can't rank any of them higher or lower. So, let's get into what the tier lists are. First is S+. These are the games that I would actually go back to and play again if I could. Even if the hatch is over, I'd go back and play these again because they're actually really fun. The S list was a fun event. You know, you go in there, you had a fun time with the event, you would maybe recommend someone else to check it out, or it was really worth the experience. A, it means it's an enjoyable game. You go in there, you play the event, you had a fun time, but you probably wouldn't want to go back to it. It was just like, wow, that was actually pretty interesting. B, as I didn't mind, it just means that I went in there, it was kind of unique, it stood out, it was a little entertaining, but like, it wasn't anything special. C tier just means it's a kind of a meh experience. You walked in there, it wasn't really anything fun, it wasn't really anything bad, you're kind of indifferent to it, you just walked out of there like, okay, that happened. D tier means it was boring, like, it actually wasn't that fun to play, I was bored out of my mind, I was hoping it was going to end. F tier is any game that's honestly just completely boring to play. Not only is it boring, not fun, but it's actually aggravating to play. They made it purposely difficult so you stay there longer, and it was not fun to play. The F- tier is the game's actually feasibly unplayable. Not only is the event completely bugged, or it's just not worth finding it whatsoever, wasting your time on it, but you can't even join it sometimes. How did you do this, Roblox? I didn't get to play every single game. Some of the games just weren't worth playing as they obviously were just going to be spawning and then boom, get the egg, so that was not worth the experience. Or in some games, I just got my friends to relay the information that they got from it, and then some of them obviously got taken down as I'm not playing a condo game. One last thing, don't send hate to anyone featured in this video, that's not cool, and you're not part of my community if you do. Second, take everything with a small grain of salt and be respectful of the people in the comments section. This took me a lot of time, so I appreciate you watching the video, and make sure if I did mess up anywhere or I accidentally miscredit someone, please tell me and I'll fix it in the description below and the pinned comment. Thank you so much for watching, and enjoy. Wow, a game where you have to be 17 plus to get onto a Roblox? Wow, that was a great decision. Never would have thought of that myself. Make sure to let every kid that's probably gonna play this event and your only target audience just not being able to play an entire event? Huh, that's brilliant! Why didn't I think of that? Also, it's lazy and really poorly produced. Wow, this game is really scary, guys. I can see why it's 17 plus. It's a maze. Okay, guys, make sure your parents are watching you while you watch this video, because this is scary, guys. This is scary. Oh, God. That term was scary. But also, I try to get into these, but they just don't accept my credentials, so they probably took a nice screenshot of that and just won't let me into these games. So if you got lucky and you were able to play this game when it first came out, all you had to do was a simple obby. They decided to replace that completely. So now instead of that, you have to wait until round 3 to get an egg boss to spawn. And when this egg boss spawns, you then have to somehow work with everyone together against zombie players to then kill it and get the egg. And there's many issues. Not only do you not have any equipment properly, because this is your first time playing the game, right? But not only that, but players are going to want to kill you. They want the egg too. They want this round over and done with. And the boss just screams. It is loud and obnoxious and annoying. If you're one of the unlucky people who don't get it to spawn at the spawning area, then you're just never gonna find it. It's in some random grass field somewhere on this super large map. It's not worth your time. Just leave and do a different game. In this game, you have to search around the entirety of Paris. Because why not? What? Paris is big? Huh, too bad for you, sucker. This entire game is full of wannabe gangsters who will be like, the streets killed me. This is the most toxic community I've ever been a part of, and I played Forsaken for a while. And let me just tell you, these people will camp the egg and make sure you don't get it. But even if you think you can just sneak past it, there's multiple spawn locations. Oh, there we go. But this is a really cool boss fight. Why is it so far down on the list? Oh, it's because you have to wait 20 to 30 minutes before the next boss spawns. So if you fail this, or you join at a very bad time, wait 30 minutes of your life to maybe get to fight this boss. Is it really worth that much for maybe a random primal egg you'll never use in a skibbity toilet game? This is such a generic game, I didn't even realize I accidentally ranked it as a C rank as well, because I thought that, oh, it's always spawns in the green. Wait a second, no, this is a game that has multiple spawn locations on another huge map and another generic RPG server. Why? Why? Just have one location, make it the crane, at least that's somewhat unique. No, we could be in the marketplace, it could be in a random spawn, I love this game with all of my heart. This game was awful to play. Before you even start, the bear's AI is so broken it's already camped in the door. But when you finally get into the hatch, you're thinking it's going to be a piece of cake. This is just pure dumb. This is pure brain melt. This is eye candy to a different level. So apparently you're supposed to find the egg that's on one of the purple pedestals. I looked at every single one. It didn't spawn, because apparently they've now changed it. We have to collect over 50 pages to then find a random spawn location. Oh, did I also mention you get no hints on where the papers are? And also, every enemy is broken, everything wants to kill you, and you can just randomly die. You'll just randomly die for the dumbest of reasons. There'll be no reason. Every chat thing they pop up is supposed to be quirky and funny and silly. It's not quirky, it's not funny, and it's not silly. It's the most like, newsletter guys, I hate homework. Am I right, cool kids? It's like that one scene from Dan Gonzalez. What's up, guys? I'm 16. I'm the new kid on the basketball team. This is not funny. This is not goofy. No one enjoyed this. The people who did enjoy this are the ones who got lucky with the egg. It's not hilarious. It was so bad. This is trash, dumpster fire, absolute paper shredder. You don't even create a card in this one. I have no idea why this is the event, because it's actually dog water. Not only can you get knocked off for the dumbest of reasons, let me just show you what the creator has.
Again, slow down. See, like I didn't slow down then. Tried it, but it doesn't really work. Great. Okay, yeah. Oh my god. Slow down immediately. Oh my god. Bro, some guy just pushed me. Nah, that's actually fouled over here. Yeah, okay, this is like the most detrimental thing. What I like to do there, if I... Oh my gosh, okay, well that didn't work. Just before you hit the end, you're gonna want to jump out. Because if you hit the end, you die and explode. And that's what happened to me. And I'm so annoying. And I've been in this game for 45 minutes.
The biggest piece of unoriginal slop I've ever seen. Not only are the 3 songs that are constantly on loop, all AI generated about flying gorillas flying high, it's in the sky, it's so annoying. Even the things repeat, the most basic of questions constantly repeat. And guess what? If you're in this game, you just get nuked. You just get free nukes. Like, we just get free nukes to kill a person. And what do you have to do? It went from being just stage 2 to being the entire first stage. Oh, and by the way, I beat the entire first stage. It wasn't there because then they decided to move it to level 2. No one wants to do this, dude. Yet another large map multi-spawn thing where a bunch of toxic people will constantly kill you because they're camping the spot where all the eggs spawn for free money and loot. Wow! Stop! You know what's bad when even Connor's going like, why? Why is this in the game? So many players like myself made the mistake of completing the entire thing because who thinks about checking through a bunch of random game modes for it to possibly be there? This is a poorly optimized cash grab, copy and paste, and should probably be taken off Roblox because this probably has some scam somewhere. I'm gonna be 100%. Oh god. Oh god, no, not this again. No, no. Every time I join this game, there's someone trying to tickle me. No, I don't need Bald Sniffer 65 trying to tickle me. No, thank you. The fact this game is not only on Roblox still, but in the event is deeply disturbing. You guys already have an issue with child safety, and this is just fostering very bad groups of people. This game should probably definitely be monitored, checked at something at least, because this is not the game you want to be pushing Roblox. This game is gross, it's disturbing, and has had some interesting updates that I've heard of, and I don't think anyone should be playing this game. So maybe you need like 1, maybe 2 players to get over this whole thing. No, you need about like 7 to get over the final wall because you need to beat the whole thing. Oh, so you want to get this egg and you came here late? Good try, buddy. You better hope someone has a magic carpet. You can't tell me otherwise. This is just a fetish game disguised as a little cute baby game. This is disgusting. You gotta love Roblox. I really love how I have to waste like so much of my life kicking a soccer ball into a goal. That's like really fun. Wow, Faker. I see you just put Sonic over the Bloxfruit ID. Like, let's be honest, guys. This is just Bloxfruit, but with Sonic, and it's not fun. Everyone's a tryhard. You get 5 kills at first. They reduced it to 2. Doesn't matter. This thing was absolute poo-poo water, absolute donkey water, absolute horrendous doo-doo. So not only is this entire game stolen, but also they put the egg in the Pride Rock, where, you know, all the people are. Huh, that's fun. Hopefully, oh wait, yeah, I forgot. We started on a little gazelle, the weakest creature in the whole game. Just get ready to get mauled to death by literally everyone. Oh my god, guys, you're not gonna believe it. There's another driving game that has an entire large map with a random egg spawn location that doesn't pay you any hands. Woohoo! So not only do you have to go through a long tutorial that no one cares about, but you're not defeating this boss because someone's either gonna steal it or you're gonna die 50,000 times because you're a new player. This is someone's first experience with your game and you're making it awful. That's why I'm never gonna play your game ever again. Talk about moving the goalposts. The only thing interesting is maybe the color scheme you have. I'm not beating your entire Obby of Hell stage. Dishonorable mention to the 2 condo games I'm not playing. How did they even get onto the event? Third game I played in the hatch, and honestly this was a boring piece of mess. Like what? We're climbing a vine. What does this have to do with a hamster? You just shoved an egg up there. Wow, that's insane. This vine is less straight than I am. Like, Curly Pops, come on. You have to make sure that on this specific map, you get to the end of this catwalk before anyone else. Because if everyone else gets there, you're not getting the egg, and you have to sit through the most boring catwalk thing ever. I don't think I saw an actual real player playing this game, but I want to give a shout out to some people who helped me out, which is going to be Atomic, Ola, Gardel, and Solar for their assistance. They stayed back and helped me get this egg, so massive shout out to you guys. If you guys were there, I was like an egghead. Not the only Granny game we'll see, but the reason why it's so low is mainly due to personal bias on this one, I'll be honest. I'd probably give it an actual C, but I could never find the egg. I went to multiple locations, multiple maps, multiple tutorial things, and never found it until eventually, after an hour of playing, I found it. Thanks a lot, Roblox. Yes, there is multiple spawn locations which is randomized, but there's only 10 of them, and it's on a medium-sized map, so it's not super hard to find, but also, like, what am I supposed to do in this game? I have no idea what I'm doing. I found the egg and left. There is nothing in this game that wants me to go back to it later. A little here because of personal bias. I beat the entire game not knowing that just right next to me. I thought I had to go forward because everyone in the game is like that. Also, by the way, I point out one thing. This is unoriginal, uninspiring, and you shall never come back. You Dead Rails ripoff! I don't know, I called the Labubu and got this. Why is this 3 a.m. game even on here? I'm calling the Labubu on the 3 a.m. You have to wait until your neck grows enough so you can actually get halfway up the map. And honestly, I gotta be honest, why is there a game where I had to sit there and wait? That's what we're doing? That's fun for y'all? Come on, we have one life to live, guys. But Nate Dogg, they added something original. No, they did not. This is just parkour. Copied and paste parkour, anyone can make it in like 5 seconds. Like, come on, this is what you come up with? Waste all of my time while doing nothing for the event. If you're gonna join the event, make something for the event. Play the game? No. Actively avoid playing the game? Yes. And hope hopefully have 2 other people who will boost you up here. If you don't have anyone to boost you up here, you're not getting the egg. You know that thing when you're like looking for something and your mom just summons it out of thin air? Yeah, this is like this for this thing. I followed the hints, I could not get through the maze, and I went down the same path, the correct path, like 7 times, which made me really confused. I wasted like 20 minutes of my life on this. The maze was born and the obstacle course is nothing better to get to a common egg. Get really high on the obby tower. Ooh, how original. Like, you could have just made like a small side obby. You had the best excuse to make the easiest thing, a small obby on the side, but no, we're just gonna throw it up on the top and say, yeah, go get it. Come on, hurry up, son, you got this. Yeah, I believe in you. This was an F- until I eventually found a video explaining where the egg was, because it's an open world map, there's no hints, and everyone's trying to kill you. Wow, really good stuff here, guys. This took forever to kill all the eggs, and then after I killed every single egg, it decided not to spawn, and I had to do it all over again.
That's really awesome! At least the attacks are good, right?
No! So boring! Wait, why is this an F tier? The egg's just right over there. Maybe this is like a D tier. Oh, it's because it's the exact same game and the exact same bio, just copy and paste with a new coat of paint. Okay. You hear that? Even Connor's not even putting effort into this. These 2-player obby things are actually really bad, because if you get paired with someone who's like a 9-year-old on their iPad and they don't know what they're doing, you're not getting this. And you may be thinking, oh, bring one of your friends on. Okay, what if they're busy or, again, don't want to play the hatch because it's absolute crap? Make it halfway through the obby. I don't think on my 2025 list I was going to be getting walked like a dog with a leash around my neck on my Roblox account. But here we are with another random 2-player fetish Roblox game. And if you say this isn't a fetish game, look at the thumbnails. I'm not posting it here. I have more decency than that. This one is pretty generic, and you may be thinking why it's so low is because every time I try to play this game, and for multiple of the people I asked about it too, the egg would just never spawn for them, or it would just, they could never find it. I don't know what happened with this game, but this game fell off a long time ago, so oh well. After all your years in the egg hunt event scenario, you'll put it behind a wall treasure hunt simulator. Really? This many years in the egg hunt edition, and this is what you're giving us. This is utter crap. I can't believe I had to climb the entire set of stairs in this game just to get the egg. We couldn't put it halfway, maybe a quarter, maybe add a little obstacle course on the side there. No, just climb stairs. Ooh, you're really having fun with this, aren't you? This is the first out of the 3 copies of this game. You have to go to one of these 4 platforms to get lucky to get your eggs on that one. Mine was unfortunately on the last one, which also, if you accidentally click the green circle, your whole thing resets and you lose all your speed. On this one, the reason why this one's the worst is because not only does your speed reset on victory, but also you have to actively move. There is no AFK, there is no auto. This is absolute bunions. Personal things aside, the egg is down in the basement area. I checked there, it was not there for me, and I checked 2 other spots, they were also not there for me. This could just be that it's a coincidence and it looks like another game, but I could not find it. It's a random spot in open map. I put it in this tier because I'm unsure, but also it resetted my entire progress. I played this for about a week straight and made a really good prison, and I lost all my progress. What's that about, huh? Item Asylum did this too. Hey guys, important announcement. Sadly, I am canceling the Rank in the Hatch project. If you are on my OTC Discord, sometimes I will post sneak peeks, and they posted a sneak peek on the trailer for the hatch. I am no longer working on it. 1, due to personal life issues, the video has been delayed for way too long. It would basically be dead weight on my channel. Working on something that may go on for an entire hour and take another month of work to just basically be tossed to the side and have nothing to be rewarded by. On top of that, I don't agree with Roblox right now. As you may know, Roblox recently has been pushing very bad features. 1, a dating, which is 17 plus, not even 18 plus, 17 plus mind you, onto their platform, mainly popularized by kids, which you can see with all the Steal a Brainrot games and My Singing Brainrot and etc, etc. It's honestly just deplorable. I don't agree with it. As a person who has a little sister, I would feel absolutely disgusted and outraged if anything happened to her on that platform. And I just can't agree with Roblox right now. So I decided to cancel this. It lost my motivation. I'm actually disgusted by how Roblox has been acting recently. And even during my video, I have criticisms about that because there's condo games on the hatch. There was condo games in the hatch. I was thankfully able to not play them and avoid them before they were banned. But the fact that this game was promised to have over 1,000 games, barely anything showed up, it was an absolute garbage dog pile. Because this video is not going to be made properly, I thought I'd at least tell you my opinion now. The AI in it was bad. A lot of it was slopped, and I didn't like most of the quests. They were bad. The trading missions were bad. The commons thing was bad. A lot of that stuff was absolutely garbage, and I don't understand why any of that had to be made. I'm also very sad by the whole crafting system. It was absolute horrendous. That made you have to grind for hours on end to try and get any common eggs, and I feel so sorry for anyone who got scammed into giving their common eggs away early. On top of that, trying to get eggs were absolutely appalling. Like, I can't switch primal eggs back into commons. Just give me something to work with here. On top of that, with so lack of games, you can never finish proper biomes in time. None of the cosmetics were any good. Maybe the water backpack, if you really want to stretch it, it was okay. And I guess the shark tail, but I'm not going to be wearing tails anytime soon, so thanks for that. How is that egg related? A lot of the other stuff just looked like sloppy Minecraft low polygon textures. Like, they were very bad. On top of that, the music was annoying, the theme was annoying, everything was copied and pasted, and even had AI and condo games within your thing. This was probably one of the worst events I've ever played until the Bloxy Awards came out, and then I never realized how low Roblox has dropped, where most of the games are repeated, or just Forsaken, Disney School, Grow Garden, Still Brain Rot, repeated over and over again. The estate of Roblox has honestly declined at such a sharp rate that the only time I'll ever play it is if I know I'm supporting a creator that I love and trust. And thank you for watching the cancelled remains of this video.